here. Want to introduce myself. I'm Coach Carl, Mr. C. Whatever people call me, that's who I am. You go by a lot of different names. Coach, Dad. My wife called me Bay. All those things, you know. But I am new to this world. Not really new, because I've been this way my whole life. But I recently have found out within the last year that I am ADHD and level 1 autistic. Now, something that's new that I found out about this is most people really have no idea about what level 1 autism is, or what autism is really in a full spectrum of everything. You know, even ADHD, people don't really understand and know what it is. And I can't blame them. How am I going to blame them? I had no idea. My whole life, I knew I was different. I just did not know what was that I was. Like, I had no idea. I just knew things was different, knew things was difficult. I knew I had challenges. When I was younger, I had a lot of challenges. Seems like I always had a problem. I always had an issue. After a while, I just learned to be quiet and shut my mouth and just live through life, just trying to figure things out. Now, at the age of, 39 now, after my son, who was a split image of who I am as a person, as in like when I was a kid, after he was diagnosed with ADHD, I decided to go find out if that's what I have. I knew I was different. He got diagnosed. I was like, you know what? He's just like how I was. Let me go figure this thing out. Next thing you know, I went, found out I'm also. Now what happens after that? Well, my therapist told me, go out, find your community. Find them. So I went and I decided to go on TikTok. Because I'm not a social butterfly. I'm not a person who's going to go to meetups, meet and greets, and all this other stuff. All I did was play basketball, and even off the basketball court, I did not hang out with people. I just played ball, and just always separated from the pack, did my own thing. And everybody went to their group, and everybody did their own thing. But I decided to get on TikTok, and I started speaking and talk about these things, and that I'm new to the ADHD world. And then I started talking about other issues I had. And then people started coming back to me saying, hey, I think you might be on the autism spectrum. So you know what I did? I said, because ADHD described a lot of things that I dealt with, but at the same time, it did not describe everything. There was a lot of parts of me that was missing. So I decided to go get evaluated. After a few times going and sitting in the room and doing all these tests and talking on the phone and getting interviewed and all this other stuff, I found out that yes, ADHD did not describe it all. That yes, I am also on the autism spectrum. So that's the beginning of my story. That's how I got here. And through this, I'm trying to, hopefully get other people to really understand what this world is. Like, what is it? I didn't know. I had no idea about this. I had no idea about any of this. I had no idea about myself. So through this, I hopefully people, because I'm a professional on knowing who I am. I'm still learning who I am. I'm not a professional on just diagnose. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. But I know me. So hopefully through my experiences and things that I'm able to tell everyone, it can enlighten people and, give some knowledge to the world to know a little differently, know a little more about what this is.